All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, South Africa's trusted online vehicle platform. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just need advice, visit changecars.co.za.
Coming up this week on All Things Motoring, Gugu heads to Nasrec for the Classic Car Show, as well as the Jap versus German event. We then take a sneak peek into some more drag racing from the Western Cape at Racing Against Time. This is a show you do not want to miss.
It's a nice crispy day out in Joburg today, and we're out at the Nasrec Expo Centre for what, for me, is arguably the biggest motoring event that I've ever been to. It takes about an hour or two to get into the place. That's how bad it is out here, and there's so many people. And in case you're wondering why we're here for the Classic Car Show, that's one. You've also got the German versus Japs, that's two on the other side. And you've got the XS Drift team, the guys who basically taught me how to be the pro drifter that I am now, on the other side. Apparently there's a girl named Stacy. I'm sure you've heard of her. She spins, and I can't wait to see what she does and obviously chat to the people around here. Obviously, I mentioned to you that there are some classic cars out here, and I've managed to find the person behind the classic cartel.
The classic cartel.
Rian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I must be honest with you, this got my attention. M5 V8.
It's
E39?
E39 2000, extended black pack. It's one of two right-hand drives in the world with this spec.
What spec is this? Tell me more.
It's an extended black pack. So
what does that mean?
It's extended black pack in 2000 came with Alcantara roof lining,
yeah,
and the extended black pack on the interior. It's an 09,
yeah,
with 155 on the clock. Oof. Imola Red 1. The color is called Imola Red 1.
Yeah, Imola Red 1.
Imola Red 1 is one of two right-hand drives in the world.
Jeez, so I'm a big fan of the E39 BMW M5 V8 manual. You don't see these.
Look, you don't see these often. I haven't seen one in South Africa, but we've run the numbers. This car's won BMW Concours M Festival in South Africa pre-COVID, and yeah, we look. I mean, the spec speaks for itself.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. So now tell me about the Classic Cartel.
Okay,
what is that about?
So the Classic Cartel,
all these cars belong to you,
yeah,
right?
So all of these cars are part of the Classic Cartel.
Yeah.
These are some of the cars that we brought to the show to display what we do.
So these are just some of them?
Yeah, these are some of them. There's quite a few nice ones at the shop hidden away, but this is not the right show for it.
Yeah.
So we brought cars that we thought would be, the correct spec for the show.
For the show, yeah.
So what we do at Classic Cartel and Finesse Detailing, we are a joint company. We do automotive restoration from the ground up.
So you buy something like this and you restore, you detail?
100%. So the car will enter our restoration section, and when you leave, it'll leave basically like this or like that.
And what we understand, these cars all look brand spanking new. We've got this Golf over here, Golf 5.
It's a Golf 5 GTI, yes.
And it looks brand spanking new.
It's an 07 with a lot of mods done to it.
You were telling me about the front of this. So what's been done to the front?
So the front is a rabbit front. It comes from Europe, UK spec, or European spec.
Yeah.
We never got this front here in South Africa.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who brought in a Golf 5 from Botswana. The guy to get scrapped, we bought the front and we put it on.
Snatched it, put it on here, painted, detailed.
Yeah.
So if you've got any classic cars or anything that you need restored, these are the guys. Rian Classic Cartel. I'm sure we're gonna do more. I'd love to visit your workshop.
Yeah,
You
you
told
should.
me about some of the cars that you guys have over there.
We've got a fully fledged shop. I mean, what we've tried to do is a lot of clients were, including us, before we open up the shop. You send a car to someone, you need to go from one place to another place.
Yes, normally.
And you want to minimize damage to your vehicle.
Yeah.
Or
You
anything
don't want
happening.
too many hands.
Exactly. So what we do is we said, okay, you know what? Let's do this. A one-stop shop from engine to panel beating to finishing, and you pick up your keys and you leave.
Done.
Interior, everything.
Rian, thank you so much, man. Right, like I said, Jim is here with the XS Drift team, and I've managed to find him. Jim, welcome back.
Thank you. It's
Are
nice
you,
to be back.
Are you welcoming me?
I'm actually welcoming you to our other office. You've been to our drift course office.
Yeah.
This is our activations and stunt show office.
Oh, I've seen you stunting around. What's actually going on here today?
Well, we're entertaining the masses, and as you can see, we got a couple of thousand people here.
Yeah.
We're taking people for drift rides in Luminas, and we're doing a stunt show, but it's spinning with Stacey Lee May.
I
A little
saw
bit
that.
of drift rides. We've even got the overseas drivers. He's just had a bit of a go in my car. So all happening here at the Classic Car Show.
And it's insane because you've got the Luminas here. I didn't see the Luminas the last. I'm a big fan, Jim.
Those are the machines, eh?
Those are insane. So you got two of them, and you're running people in those.
That's right. So we're doing rides where you can get into the car, you pay a nominal fee, you get into the car, and you can experience it. Where else can you experience something
Okay,
like that?
fine. Friends, discounts,
Friends, family,
fee,
no,
or for me,
not
what
for
do
you.
mean?
No, not for you.
I thought we were friends.
No, we're only friends if you pay me.
What
No,
a
of
friendship.
course, of course, you can climb in anytime.
Okay, so we're gonna go in after this chat, and I'm looking forward to it.
Cool, I can throw you around. You're gonna scream like a red-headed
You know what?
schoolboy.
Because you and I have done this a few times, I think we need to set up a time and a date to do it again like the last time,
Okay.
but in one of the V8s. What do you
That's
think?
a deal.
That's
I'll
a deal.
pound you for that.
You see
Deal.
this? Pound
Okay.
deal, done.
We're ready for it.
Stay tuned. Coming up after the break, we chat to a couple of the contestants from Jap versus German, and Stacey puts on a show for the fans.
Right, if anyone knows anything about me, you'll know that this behind me, this Mercedes-Benz C63, is one of my all-time favorite cars. So I passed here a few times to try and find the owner of the car, and I finally found him. Mo, how's it going?
Finding you.
You're a difficult person to find.
Thank you.
So tell me about the car. I mean, this for me, it's like a dream car. And you've got the station wagon, and I'm just a die-hard fan for this first gen C63. What made you get this?
Firstly, I'm an aspirated fundi. I don't like turbos,
Naturally
I like my
aspirated.
V8s.
Yeah,
And I always like something different.
yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it.
How long have you had this?
I've got it about 3 years.
So Mo, there's so many variants of this. You get the 4-door, you get the 2-door. I've never seen the estate. Why this for you?
Because you've never seen it, that's why.
Right?
Yes.
So he was telling me before we started rolling that there's only how many in the country?
There's about 2 other ones that I know of.
Yeah.
Initially, there was about 8 Mercedes brought into the country, and I think there's about 2 or 3 left.
Jeez, man. And you managed to get one. Okay, so I see work has been done to it. What have you done?
Motor-wise, we're running Motronic Stage 2 software on the motor and gearbox.
Yeah.
I'm running a flex fuel kit running ethanol.
You're running ethanol in this?
Yep.
Great man.
And
Great man.
suspension, I'm running H&R coilovers. And
It looks proper, hey?
And we've got a custom exhaust, and
Yeah.
we had the one-off wheels manufactured from, it's a collaboration between Vossen and Work Wheels.
I can see the Vossen in the wheels.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Vossen is quite popular. It's one of those like top-end wheels, and
So there were 3 sets that Vossen and Works collaborated on.
yeah,
This is the one design.
and it looks
So it's a
proper.
limited edition
Looks
and
proper. And you did exhaust as well, you say?
exhaust, yeah.
Okay, so we got to hear it. You can't tell me you did exhaust and you're running ethanol and
Look, I'm too old for that. It's my son's car. So you can hand over the
So-
mic
so-
to him. You can start it up.
you're gonna start it up.
Sure, I'll give it a run.
Do you drive it? Does he let you drive it?
Often.
Often.
So and so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna start it up for us. Now, as I said to you, we've got the competition German versus Jap. So I was keen to find people who own Japanese cars and German cars. And Irfan, you're a Jap fan.
I would like to call myself
Oh,
a Jet fan.
You've got a Honda
A
Accord.
little enthusiast, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to say something to you. When I saw this car, my mind was blown. I'm a big fan of the Accord, especially the station wagon.
Look, it's a little bit of an underrated car, I'd say. Not many people start like a base on an Accord. But we decided to do something a little bit different.
Not a little bit different, very different.
Just a tad bit different, yeah. This is my second Accord. So I had an Accord, S2000,
Yeah.
and now a family sort of sedan that we,
You're a proper Japanese fan, like all through and through.
since day one, yes.
Since day one.
Since day one.
So tell me about the decision to get the station wagon, because you don't see a lot of those. And for me, this is my favorite one over the sedan.
So the Accord wagon, there's literally a handful of them
Yeah.
riding around. It took me very long to find one, I think a year and a half. Managed to find one from Cape Town, got it transported down,
So Joburg.
literally went in the garage and we started working on it.
So, okay, let's talk about the work that you've done here, because you've done quite a lot. This thing is eye-catching. I see you've got the OZ wheels on there. Tuner's no OZ, it's like a proper wheel.
Yeah.
But you've got the slightly bent wheels at the back. Like, tell me about what's the story there?
So the wheels we decided
The
to go.
camber, or what is it?
So the wheels we decided to go for a little bit of an aggressive setup.
Yeah.
It's about a 10.5 on the front, 11.5 on the rear. The rears we went for full custom camber toe caster setup. We got custom arms made up for the car. It was an
Your car
absolute
sits like this?
mission, yeah.
How do you drive it?
It's about a double-digit negative camber. I don't think anyone's crazy enough to do it yet. But we managed to pull it off in the, I think, last 2 or 3 days
Yeah.
of building the car for Jeffers Sherman.
So how long did it take you to get this car to where it is? Because you've done the interior, you've got the Recaro racing seats, bucket seats in here.
So I think it took us just under 2.5 years to get the car done.
2.5
It
years.
has not seen daylight for 2.5
Are you
years.
serious?
Yeah.
But you had another car that you were daily in?
We've got a trusty daily that we use, yeah.
Yeah.
So this parked off in the garage, stripped throughout the interior, wheel, suspension, everything off. And we decided to start off from scratch on the car.
Insane, man. So you did the wheels, you did the camber. I mean, I love the steering wheel. It looks aftermarket, but it also looks standard at the same time.
Correct. So it's got a slightly more aggressive shape to it, flat bottom, rounded curve with your thicker
Carbon
grips on the
fiber.
side. Extended pedal shifters, carbon gear knob, fully trimmed interior, Alcantara suede,
That's insane, man.
right through back to front. We try to keep it as classy and clean as possible. The Accord normally comes with a beige or grey interior at the top, which
You've got the Alcantara roof lining.
yeah, so the beige greyish was a little bit outdated.
Yeah.
We brought it a little bit up to date with a black suede and Alcantara on it.
Okay, so I know you did the air suspension. This is on bags, am I
Yeah.
correct? Have you done anything to the engine of this?
The engine bay, we didn't want to interfere too much with. It's a super reliable K24
it is.
2.4 motor. I think we got a K&N induction filter on, that's about it. But we freshen up the bay with the custom covers on the side, custom color, a tapered cover, polish up the lines
So
a
it
little
looks
bit.
proper as well.
It's neat and clean for what it is, yeah. This car we wanted to be literally jump in and drive.
So this is insane, man. My mind is still blown, but I appreciate the chats. And
Thank you so
I
much.
hope you've enjoyed seeing this car. It's just, it's insane.
I really hope the guys like it. It's a little bit different
I
to
love
what you normally see on the scene.
It's proper.
Thank you
One
so
day
much.
when I get a family and I get a station wagon, I might just.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Irfan. Appreciate it, man. All right, in case you're wondering why I'm shivering and quivering, it's not because I'm standing next to Stacey Lee over here. It's because it's dead cold.
It's freezing.
It's horrible. So this is Stacey. If you haven't met her or seen her, she's done some incredible stuff. Go check out her thing on Netflix. What's it called?
Hyperdrive.
So she did the whole, you did the whole hyperdrive thing. That's where I first saw her spinning and drifting. You were representing us internationally, Stace.
Yeah, and I hope I made the whole country proud, even though I didn't make it all the way to the finals. Just going there and showing that what South Africa can do.
You know what impressed me about your whole thing? Yes, you didn't make it to the finals, but it was the heart.
Yeah.
Like, you had so much heart and it was so real. And I saw you cried there at the end when the car just gave in.
Yeah, because I felt like I'm disappointing my country.
No, man. The fact that you made it all the way there, that was enough. So we're here today and we've got your, is this a 3255S or an I?
325i.
325i. And you've been going spinning and doing all these. When did you start doing this?
I started spinning at the age of 17.
Yeah? How old are you now?
I will be 27 on the 26th of July. Good genes, I get it from my mom.
Same genes. So you start at 17. What makes you get into spinning at 17?
I was bullied a lot in high school because I was always younger than everybody else in my class. I matriculated at 17. So my dad thought that putting me in a male-dominated industry would help boost my confidence.
Will help you to
gain some muscle.
yeah. And push your way through.
Yeah.
So then did you start with this car over here or did you have something
I
else?
started with a 325 Cabriolet and then I
Fancy.
smashed that one.
Yeah.
I was still learning. And then my dad built me this one.
How long did it take to build this?
Well, every day.
Yeah.
Even yesterday
So
we were
you
still
always
busy building
tinkering
up.
and working and
It's an everyday job. You have to keep the car updated. You have to make sure it's going to be running so you don't run into any issues at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you always have mechanics on standby? Because issues are there. I mean, I saw issues now trying to get it started. You always have guys there?
These are my friends actually from home and then my dad. So we're always together. So whenever I have an issue with my car, they're always there.
So they're always there to tinker. And...
Yeah.
But now, Stace, it's 10 years on. What's kept you going and doing this for 10 years? Clearly you love it.
My family and the kids at the show.
Really? They love it. I saw that.
When a kid runs up to you and tells you they want to be just like you, I mean, that motivates you to just keep going.
Yeah, it does. You're an inspiration to a lot of people. And I saw
you.
the crowd here and the way they were cheering you on. So, Jim, a good / bad friend of mine, we take jabs at each other all the time. He was in there and you were about to come on, right?
Yep.
And they just start screaming, Stacey, Stacey. I'm like, Jim, come back. Just come out.
No, I love Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim and Uncle Mike actually took me under their wing just before Hyperdrive.
Yeah.
And I've been part of their team ever since, and we're just one big happy family.
And you guys move around together to these events?
Move around the world together. Wherever they go, I go.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's so cool seeing you there. Are you going back for more?
Hopefully, if I can fix my water pipe.
Yeah?
I forgot to put the fan on, so the water pipe.
It's overheated or something?
Yeah. So we just have to get that
So
shifted.
she might go back on. I'll be watching. I may look extremely miserable right now, and that's because I am. This has been the coldest day on any All Things Motoring shoot, but the day has been insane. And I think we made a lot of friends. The place has been packed. It would have probably taken you 2 hours to get in here. That's how packed the place was. We met a lot of people, wanted to chat to more people, but we couldn't because it was so full out here. But I think this is one event that you want to attend. I did it last year, I did it this year, and as full as it is, as packed as it is, I still want to do it next year. Bye.
Stay tuned after the break. We take a sneak peek at the event racing against time.
We party till the morning comes. We popping drinks and rosé. We sing hallelujah. We balling hard. in the club. We party till the morning comes. We popping drinks and the rosé. We sing hallelujah. We balling hard in the club. Religious.
Usually when you're trying to organize a drag racing event, you need to have a purpose-built facility like the Killarney Raceway, which we call home. But the guys in Wolseley, Cape Town decided that they are going to be doing something a little bit differently. And legally, they organize an event called Racing Against Time.
Welcome at Audi Centre Paul this morning. With me, I've got Taste from the Audi Lovers Western Cape. And yeah, we're here for an exciting event that's actually going to happen in Wolseley.
We have some exciting cars here, RS5, RS3s, and some tune stuff as well. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting day and we are happy to see you guys there. Yeah, enjoy it.
Really nice. I really enjoyed myself and I would certainly do it again.
I just want to say thank you to the Sir Garnet Hotel, Niku, and your team for inviting us to be here today. It was a success and a big day, and yeah, can't wait for the next one.
What an incredibly interesting and exciting event. If you like that kind of stuff, go check out their socials to find out more information about the next one. That's it from me in Cape Town. Join us again for the next episode.
That's it for now. Coming up next week, we head back to Desi Raceway in KZN, where Michael and Ernest go head-to-head with a special guest and push their limits for a season finale that's not to be missed.
The All Things Motoring team now has a brand new podcast. If you're looking to know more about car finance, insurance or servicing, or if you're deciding whether to keep it or change cars, you'll find all the advice you need. Available now on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Jeez, I thought I was gonna die. That's Stacey's car. Finally started. She's gonna go and spin quickly. Go spin quickly.
Yes!
From the top.
From the top. Damn it, they must pay attention.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Dealing with amateurs.
Yes.
All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, the platform buyers trust with good reason. CHANGECARS works exclusively with the best manufacturer-approved dealerships. There's no safer online vehicle platform in South Africa.